Hello YouTube. In my last video I mentioned that I was going to overview some products off of Wish. All these three products here I bought off of Wish. This one right here is the fidget spinner that I was talking about, that it had multiple moving parts on it. See, it has two planetary gear sets in it, and all these gears right here spin. I have oiled it up, and that did reduce some of the spin time on it, but I wanted to reduce the wear and tear on the bearings as possible, because this is not really a cheap one that you'd find at Walmart or any of them grocery stores. That'll be like a $3 fidget spinner, the plastic ones with one bearing inside. Now that was the first product that I was gonna review. So now I'm gonna show you some of the other ones that I had also am gonna mention. This is a men's stylish wrist watch. It does light up. It has the date, the year, the time, and then it has the day on it as well. And then you can also switch it from regular time to military time. So that is also very cool. And then over here we got the T8 Bluetooth smartwatch. It does not really work as described, and it requires some getting used to because of some of the settings on it. It does have a list full of features and stuff on it. But those are the three products that we're going to overview today. And that's about it. Since this is the one that I said was going to talk about, I'm going to talk about this one first. And that's because I think it's really, really cool. Instead of a regular fidget spinner with only 3 points that spin with one bearing, this one has one that has two planetary gears inside of it, which causes it to be much more cooler than the regular. Now this one is listed on Wish as a way to prevent autism in kids, and I can see how that can be possible because it keeps them occupied. They can spin it. This one has been oiled. I have taken it apart, as I said before, to oil all the gears and make sure everything don't wear and tear and stuff. And so this one, you can take it apart, and I have counted a total of about there's a total of about 8 separate of these different gears that you can take apart and they can function. 2 of the bearings come apart. There's one there and one right there right underneath the thumb hold, and that's about it. And then it has a planetary gear set. The website that I got it off of course, Wish. The link that I have to it also included some new products that had went on there with, instead of 2 planetary gear sets on the inside, it now has 3. Now I plan on getting it, but I don't really feel like spending $30 on it since I've already paid $22 for this one right here. This one right here was $22 when I purchased it. $7 of that $22 was in shipping. So that's about what that boils down to. Fidget spinners were a thing in 2017 where people got into, and this is one that originally it came out after 2017, so it kind of came out a little late of its time. But this one I see more useful than some of the other ones because I find it interesting on how there are gears inside it, because it's kind of interesting if you can know gear ratios and stuff. You can break it down and you can probably make something very useful with this thing. Like it can be different. Now that's just for this product. Now let's move on to the next product. The men's stylist style watch. Please forgive me for my mispronunciations and stuff, and this is my second video on a YouTube. It does take some time getting used to, and I am currently using my phone's camera because I do not have any proper equipment yet. I do not have any video editing software or any computer to even do that on. So all this is something that I'm just getting used to. This watch, it came and I paid, give me 1 second. I paid quite a bit for it, really. I paid about $20 for this watch on Wish. And when I got it, it has dual time set. It has the little hand needles that you can see moving over here. And then it's got the date, the day, hour, minute, and then the seconds coming by down here. And if you press this button, it'll light up. This button, you can change it to military time, in which some people do prefer military time because the AM and PM in some computer systems cannot be computed correctly. They have to change it manually by either adding 12 hours or doing it some other way that they may know of. And then that's about it. And then this one you can change. And this one is the mode. Trying to find an angle that it can be long. Okay, this is the alarm. See, this is the third alarm. There can be a total of 8 alarms on this one. So, and you can change anything. And here's a stopwatch. And press to start, stop, and then this one is to reset. And then this one is your normal mode. And this one is your round trip. Somehow this one's been going for quite a while, but I don't know what that entirely means. I'm not really a watch person, but I'm reviewing it because it is one item that I got off of Wish, and this is the one item or one watch that I liked out of most ordering it, and that's about it. It does work fine. I have had it for a while though. I bent the little knob on this thing because when I bought this when I was working at a retail store, and one of the plastic bags had caught on the knob at work, and so it had bent the knob on it. But that's about it. Now that basically covers this one. So now we're gonna move on to the T8 smartwatch. This watch I bought for about $19.35 total. It's not a bad smartwatch. There are lots and lots of downfalls on it though, which don't make it seem all that great, but it'll still give you your notifications. It'll still dial, it can play music, and you can take pictures on it. Now it does say it has a Facebook and Twitter, but that requires a SIM card. And then after the SIM card, you also got your TF card, your memory storage, and that is often required to use this. But let's go into the settings and tell you some of the downfalls in the settings. and under the phone settings, the time and date, anytime you load up the device, the time and date somewhat likes to always reset to the factory setup, and I've never been able to get it to work past that. It has always never really worked. So this one is kind of not that great of a smartwatch, but then again, I only paid about $20 for it, so I can kind of understand it. And see, I don't have a SIM card included on it, as it said, please insert a SIM card. Now, you can also see that there is a dialer and no service up in the top right corner right here. It's because that this thing is actually can be a phone itself. Instead of having a separate phone, this can be a phone itself. And now that we have reviewed what the product is, I'm going to show you where you can take the back off to see where the SIM card and all that. See right here, this is the battery. Of course, it's kind of plain and simple. Wrong end. Okay, and then this is the battery that you charge it with. And then over here, you can see where you insert your TF card, which is right here, and then your SIM card right here. Now this SIM card is factory, and I think it's through Straight Talk or one of them companies that I don't get service here. But I did have a SIM card in it, but right now it's in one of my other cameras that I'm going to try to start using for YouTube videos, because the phone is not going to work for very long once I get up there in the YouTube community. So I'm currently trying to work on getting a better camera. But this is something that is kind of a risky investment, because sometimes you'll be spending the first 15 minutes once you cut it on, and the battery life on it, I have to say, is it'll last about 4 or 5 hours on it. It's not something that you can play on, because the battery on it will drain very quickly on it. I have noticed. This is to start up, and it seems to start up very quickly, but the battery will drain very quick. It don't seem to last very long. And the LG K8, that's just saying that it connected to my phone. And I will also let you know that some of the features on it is very limited. You can make calls off of it if you connect it to your phone, but in order for you to do that, you got to download a BT Notifier app from either the App Store or the Android Store. Now that's going to be it for today on the reviews. And as I said, I am a new YouTuber, so this is only the second video, and some of you may like it and some of you may not. And if you feel that I should add some new suggestions to the thing, have at it. But here are the 3 items that I did a review on just now. I'm going to paste the links to buy the products if you would like in the description below. And if you feel like you would like to check them out or buy them, have at it. And that's about it. So have a good day, and if you like my video, then hit the subscribe button to see more future videos of this post. And if not, then please leave a comment and saying what I should review next.